Well, our big focus, a day after Maharashtra caretaker Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said there was no objection to a BJP Chief Minister in the state. Top leaders from the three victorious Mahayuti alliance partners, that's BJP's Devendra Phadnis, as you can see in the photo playing out on your screen, Mr. Shinde and NCP's Ajit Pawar, they met with BJP leaders at Amit Shah's residence last evening. Amid continued suspense regarding the Mahayuti alliance Chief Minister's pick, Eknath Shinde called the post-election meeting with Amit Shah and JP Nadda good and positive. But the big question is there an end in sight as far as the decisiveness on the Chief Minister post is concerned in Maharashtra? Well, Eknath Shinde has said that they will hold the next meeting in Mumbai, but for the inside scoop on the meeting that took place last evening, we have with us Ishika Verma, who's tracking all the latest developments, and Radhika Ramaswamy joining us live from Mumbai. Ishika's joining us from outside Amit Shah's residence at the moment. Ishika, hectic parleys in Delhi taking place over last evening. Take us through the insider details.
Well, yes, in fact, Parmeshwar, as you rightly mentioned, yesterday was a very crucial evening for the Mahayuti alliance. We did see that a very important meeting with Amit Shah and JP Nadda took place with the Mahayuti alliance leaders, that is Devendra Phadnis, Eknath Shinde, Ajit Pawar, where in fact, the talks were regarding as to who will be the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, regarding the distribution of the cabinet berths. Discussion was also held on that. And what came out of the meeting here, which is very important, is that today another round of the meeting has to take place in Mumbai with all of these Mahayuti alliance leaders. And after that, another meeting will then be held, in Delhi, and only after that, the big announcement that is awaited will be made, here in Delhi. And in fact, we also know for a fact that yesterday the meeting also went long. It started late at around 11 p.m. We first saw as to how Eknath Shinde met first with Amit Shah and JP Nadda. They had a very long discussion which lasted for hours, and after that, we did see that Devendra Phadnis, Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde together met with JP Nadda and Amit Shah. Now, the pictures that came out of the meeting certainly showed told us the story that we are in fact hearing today from our sources. We did see the smile was very much visible on the faces of Ajit Pawar, Devendra Phadnis, Amit Shah, but it was somewhere, missing from the face of Eknath Shinde. So certainly, even though he said that in the press conference, that he has left it all to the top leadership of the BJP, certainly he seems that he is somewhere not pleased with so much negotiation that has happened so far in the Mahayuti alliance. On the other side, we are seeing that the opposition parties also in Maharashtra are already attacking, the BJP here and the allied partners here over the delay regarding the announcement of the Chief Minister's post. So certainly, two very crucial meetings that are going to happen before announcement is made. That is, one is today in Mumbai among the Mahayuti leaders, and then again, meeting will be held in Delhi, and only that the announcement will be made. Over to you.
Ishika, as always, thanks so much for taking us through the latest details. Let's also get in a quick update from Radhika Ramaswamy at the moment. Radhika, as you have been reporting, sources have indicated that there is a big role for Eknath Shinde in the Maharashtra cabinet, which at the moment doesn't seem to be including the hot seat of the Chief Minister post. But sources have indicated that Eknath Shinde may get 3 key ministries.
That's right. 3 key ministries Eknath Shinde likely to get, but we also know for a fact that Sena is trying hard for Home Ministry posts. Of course, it is a plush portfolio. BJP had been maintaining that post. BJP wants to retain that post, and rightly so, because BJP has maximum numbers. So therefore, Bharatiya Janata Party likely to get maximum portfolios, including some of the important ones. At least about 22 of them likely to go to BJP, and Sena may get 12 berths and NCP 9. In most likelihood, NCP may retain finance, but there is a possibility that Sena may try to get both home as well as finance to itself. because of the fact that Eknath Shinde will not be retained as the Chief Minister. So therefore, hectic parley certainly happening. One round of meeting took place with Amit Shah. There was power sharing discussion there. There was discussion about, possible chief ministerial post, which most likely will go to Devendra Phadnis. An announcement to that effect will also happen perhaps today or tomorrow. More meetings likely to happen in the city of Mumbai. But most importantly, yes, Eknath Shinde not in an advantageous position as far as negotiations are concerned, which is why he is trying to get as many important portfolios as possible. He may not be keen on Deputy Chief Ministership post. It may go to some other Sena leader, but not entirely certain. These are source-based information we are getting. Will he accept the offer of Deputy Chief Ministership post? Will he have more discussions and negotiations to get more important portfolios? And also, both Sena and NCP have also recommended some leaders' names as far as some position in the centre is concerned. So will that happen? So all that is something we'll have to wait and watch out for. A few more hours to go. More meetings likely to happen, and then a clear power sharing formula could be announced. But more importantly, Chief Minister's name could be announced either today, tomorrow, and perhaps it will be on Monday or Tuesday when the oath-taking ceremony will happen. But before that, many more meetings likely to take place between Mahayuti leaders and of individual parties as well.
Thanks so much, Radhika, for joining us with the latest. We will, of course, revert to you for regular updates regarding the series of meetings that are lined up. But for further clarity, we also have with us political analyst Sanjay and senior journalist Aditi Phadnis on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us on NDTV. Mr. Jha, to you first. Now, earlier, Eknath Shinde had reiterated that there were no obstacles regarding the Chief Minister's post and that Ladla Bhai is a title that holds more significance for him than anything else. But sir, as things stand right now, you think there's more to this than meets the eye?
I think you have to just look at one data point to understand the conundrum that is currently prevailing in Maharashtra. Tomorrow, it will be a week since an overwhelming victory for the Mahayuti. Nobody can take that away. The numbers are staggering, and I'm sure even Aditi will agree with that. And if 1 week after a coalition or an alliance that fought an entire election and said that we fought it under Eknath Shinde's leadership is still struggling to get its formation or permutation combination right, it tells you that there is a lot, as you rightly mentioned, than what meets the eye. I mean, there are many subterranean, internecine battles out there. And one of the critical ones will be that will Eknath Shinde, when he compromises from being a chief minister, he will definitely want a lot of accommodation in cabinet portfolios. Now, it's very awkward for the BJP if they become a chief minister, but the cabinet, which basically runs the government, has critical portfolios given to the alliance partners, which is, again, not easy because, let's be honest, this is a good public win for the Mahayuti, but it is an alliance which is formed on betrayals, on deception, on deceit. And there is a lack of trust. Clearly, there's a lack of trust. And when people taste power, to be out of it, to be a deputy chief minister or whatever, it is definitely a climb down. Now, for Mr. Shinde, I think the big problem is going to be that the Shiv Sena has voted for him, the supporters or the loyalists have voted for him more than they have done for Uddhav Shiv Sena. That we have to accept. Right. But if now he's seen as playing second fiddle to the BJP, will they like it? Because a lot of Shiv Sena people will say, we voted for you against, as opposed to Uddhav, because we saw you as the chief ministerial candidate. So it will not be an easy, settled government in Maharashtra. My personal belief is you're going to see a high level of turbulence, and it will provide a lot of entertainment to the entire country. I hope they govern well, but you're going to see a lot of musical chairs, backstabbing, and who knows? I mean, all kinds of possibilities are there. I would even go so far as to say that the MVA's numbers were closer to 80 or 90. You would have seen probably another dramatic U-turn or a collapse of the government as well.
Well, we are seeing a taster of the turbulence so far in these hectic parleys that have been taking place, and yet no clarity on the chief minister post, despite a massive mandate and despite nearly a week of this completion. Ms. Phadnis, even though Eknath Shinde has called the first post-election meeting with Amit Shah and JP Nadda good and positive, Some argue that things didn't look hunky-dory, as we can see through the pictures where Mr. Phadnis, Amit Shah and Eknath Shinde are present. And Eknath Shinde is clearly not looking as pleased as the other two. Are you picking up on any grave internal differences?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm picking up on grim internal differences, but Parmeshwar, in your the region where you come from and part of me comes from, in Punjabi we say "Ki kariye pape." So that is the crisis that Eknath Shinde is facing. He doesn't have too many options. He's run out of all cards to play. He would dearly love to show the BJP its place. But frankly, with that kind of a strike rate, he will become extremely unpopular if he tries to maneuver in any way. So he's trying to make the best of a very bad bargain and is reverting to what most politicians do in such a situation, which is to play the Tyag card. That I don't mind giving up anything. I was chief minister, but I never thought of myself as chief minister. I'm only a common man, etc., etc. Basically accepting whatever has been dealt out to him in bad grace, not in good grace. Now, obviously, he feels that having given up one thing, the BJP will fall in line to compensate him for other things. But my understanding is that the home ministership is not going to go to him. It has been indicated to him that BJP would like to retain a home minister. Finance, I don't think he has a person capable of handling finance. And I suspect Ajit Pawar will keep finance. So that really leaves very little, which is basically PWD and other things. At the same time, he has to keep his flock intact and he has to make sure that none of his people stray away. So there are all these imponderables, and the only card that is looming in the future is a big, swift victory in the BMC election. But then who knows when the BMC election will be held and when it will be called and who will do how well in those elections. So he's run plumb out of cards.
Well, you've put it absolutely appropriately. I think it's quite accurate to say that Eknath Shinde is trying to make the best of the bargain as we speak. Mr. Jha, Devendra Phadnis has said categorically that in their alliance with the Mahayuti, there has never been a difference of opinion and that they've always made decisions collectively. But this utopic picture that he's painted, would you go out and say it's misleading?
You know, one of the things I've been in politics for a long time is that all politicians have an ability to kind of bamboozle you with a straight face. I mean, just go back to what, was said about the NCP by their alliance partners. In fact, they went to the extent of saying that after we sit with them in a meeting, we feel like throwing up. I have never heard such a level of disgust or contempt or, despise for any other political party as I heard about the NCP. Clearly, there is a lot of troubled waters in which this alliance is going to try and float and not capsize. They have the numbers, but please remember that chemistry is so crucial and numbers by themselves don't make a formidable government. Also, recognize that before the election results were out, there was a clear message being sent out by Ajit Pawar that please do not come and campaign in my constituency because your entire pitch is very polarizing. They did not want Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah to come to their constituency to campaign. It was pretty obvious that there were ideological issues, whatever there are. And at the end of the day, even if you're driven by a lust for power, the problem is that everyone wants the biggest share of the apple pie. So it's a competitive battle. There is going to be a lot of hidden Machiavellian maneuvers going on as we talk. And therefore, I feel that the next couple of weeks, we'll have to wait and see. There will obviously be a honeymoon phase where all of them will try and, settle in their portfolios. But, one of the things that I need to tell you on your program that I find... Phase? One of the things that I find very fascinating about, Indian politics is how we very openly talk about which political party wants which cabinet. And one of the messages there is which portfolio is very remunerative which means where there is a potential for the party to make more money. So I think, there is a certain, I think we have become very transparent with the way we function in terms of our lust for power and the need for cash. And I hope the citizens of India at some point, irrespective of whichever political party, begin to question these very open declarations of their love for a portfolio.
Mr. Jha and Ms. Phadnis, such a pleasure to always hear your insight and your perspective. Thanks so much for joining us on this matter.